Hello, Bobs. We're back with a dream interpretation, another dream interpretation video, as relates to the post that I put up a day or two ago. I think it was yesterday. But I was in a car accident, or I kept having dreams about car accidents. The first one I should have written down because I don't remember it. But I no longer remember the first one. The second one I do remember rather vividly because it woke me up out of my sleep the other day. And I had pulled in front of another car in this dream, and clearly it was my fault. And so I pulled off to the side. I was coming off a side street or whatever. And I pulled in front of the car, and they hit me in the rear end. And so I parked and got out to see what had happened to the other occupants, to the occupants of the other car. And I was met by four girls wandering around in the road near the accident where it took place. And there were things strewn about that would not be in a normal car accident, like beds and mattresses and just miscellaneous debris that you'd expect in like a tornado or something. But yeah, so I asked the four girls, who were probably like between 5 and 12, who was driving the car that they were in. Or I asked them if they were in the accident, and they said yes. And I asked who was driving the car that they were in, and they said their mother. So I was like, "Where's your mother?" And then they walked over and lifted up what looked like a mattress, and that was it. Mother was under there, and I like picked her up and carried her off to the side, and that's the end of the dream. So I'm going to look up dream interpretation for car crashes, if it's possible to find in this book, which I don't think it is. Car crashes. Yeah, this is not the book to find it in. This is just the theory of dream interpretation and not dream interpretation itself. So we'll look up Handbook of Dreams. See if there's car in here. And this looks like a... See if there's car crash in this one. Cars. And then it doesn't show anything. That's fucking weird. 219 for carrots. 184 for castles, but nothing for cars. What the fuck is that about? Let's see about accidents. No, I don't see anything. Alright, that book's useless. Omens from Your Dreams. An A to Z Mysteries of Sleep. Hello, Bobs. I'm trying to figure out that dream. I waited like 2 days to find out if... not to find out, but I never looked it up. I ruminated upon it. Cars. Car of your dreams is a favorite advertising slogan, but to imagine one in your sleep is no guarantee of owning the latest model. Indeed, most experts are agreed there is no particular omen attached to such a dream, unless the car is speeding, breaks down, or has an accident. Here we go. The first indicates some unexpected news is on the way. The second, that an embarrassing situation is looming. And the third, that an item which was lost will shortly be unexpectedly found. What the fuck? Oh, no. Nothing very mechanical about any of those. Sorry, I missed the exclamation on there. Finally, in any dream where the sleeper imagines himself at the wheel of a car and drives safely through several hazards, is about to have a long-held ambition realized. Not for me. So yeah, apparently according to this book, I'm going to have or find something that I had lost. Is that like a possession or a person? What is this? I think you can decode your own dreams if you really think about them enough. No, I'm obsessed with car accidents because I almost get hit by some fucking moron on the road every day. Literally every day I almost get cut off on the road. And I know it's because of these weed zombies and these fucking meth heads, but that's my guess. It's very a cigar is a cigar sort of thing, but yeah, people are awful drivers. Dreams. What am I looking up? Cars. Oh yes, cars. Cancer. No. Carlos Castaneda. Isn't that the guy that wrote that Don Juan book? Bronchitis. Why the fuck would you have bronchitis in here before cars? Maybe it's under automobile. Auto suggestion, but no automobile, you motherfuckers. And also, a thing of more significance, and I shouldn't bring this up because people are going to be like, go out there and look. But am I wrong, or is that a fucking cat laying in the road over there? I did the old... And there's a fucking spider. There we go. What's this? Hell yeah, we got a spider. Maybe he's come to wish me happy birthday. What do you got, spider? Dude, why do we got to do this? I think you can decode. I have car accident dreams a lot too. I have almost car accidents every day, like I told you. I think it was Tuesday, I almost got cut off by a Cadillac Escalade. And I knew he was coming over. I mean, you can always tell when they're coming over. Look at this spider. He is fucking raging. Get out of here. All right, so this book's a failure. Whoa, he's coming for me. This motherfucker's on attack mode. Is this thing dangerous? Come here, you piece of shit. Whoa, he is fucking pissed. I know it's bad luck to fuck with spiders, but I'm pretty much left him alone. Don't come at me, bro. We don't have to do this tonight. Is that him? No, that's just fucking... What's that shit called? Spider wants to kill me. Maybe he doesn't like my voice. Yeah, I don't blame him. Did I already look in this one? Yes. I'm already drunk from 2 sips of beer. How to interpret your dreams and visions. And I've decided this puzzle needs to go because it's really blocking my life. Let's go to this book. Do you drive a lot? This is cards. Oh, here it is. Dreams. Dreams. I see you're a bookaholic. No. I've just turned all my... I only have 2 bedrooms in this house, but they've both turned into book rooms. Because I figure if I can get a book for 50 cents... And I've kind of limited them to books that are like $10 plus. But if I can exchange 50 cents for $10, like 50 times a week, when I croak, my kid will have a bunch of books to sell. I don't really intend on reading them. But I did sell a book for $630 last week, signed by Harry Truman. So I can't complain. It's the only book I've sold in about 3 weeks, but Captain Cat. Nope, there's no cars. Actually, this book is a little fucked up. It goes by, if I recall correctly, gambling, drowning, no. Crashing, being crashed into, see driving, this chapter. I mean, it's on the next page, you piece of shit. Hey, see the next page. You could have just did it right there. In dreams, driving a vehicle indicates that the dreamer has or would like to have control over his destiny. See Driver, Chapter 2. However, the way in which the dreamer handles the vehicle reveals still more about his inner feelings. Therefore, note carefully how well or badly the vehicle is driven. I was careless, and I actually, in the second dream, I drove in front of the lady, and she clipped me. But the vast majority of I usually get hit once a year by some derelict bastard. For example, if the driver speeds recklessly, losing control of the vehicle and crashing, it indicates the dreamer has impulses he fears he may not be able to control. Or if the driver tires and asks someone else to take over, it indicates he only wishes independence so long as it demands little effort. Note, when in a dream, the dreamer is chauffeured by someone else, see Passenger, Chapter 2. The driver symbolizes the person the dreamer sees as an authority figure, someone controlling his destiny. For example, if the driver's skilled, shut up. This book can go to hell. Zolar knows. Let's see what he says about cars. This is the fucking loudest chair on the planet. Car. Probably should stop looking for car and look for auto. Automatic. Automobile. Accelerator. Accident. Having an accident. Prepare to meet powerful competition for approaching money. Injured and being stretch your muscles in your worldview. Seeing an accident. All right, this is fucking worthless information. Let's go to the Dream Encyclopedia. Well, I always figure if I buy these books, especially on topics that eventually I'll come across something that I'm researching, and I'll have to, we'll have it in front of me. Plus, I'd say 75% of these books that I buy are 50 cents. Art and Dreams. Let's see. Auto. Nope, nothing. Let's see what car. Car crash. Cave cats. Car, dream symbol of 284. Cat. Castration. What the fuck? A boxcar or on a train. A car in an amusement park ride. A lift car on a ski tram. Taking charge of one's life. Allowing one's life to be driven by others. The dreamer may be being. What kind of fucking clunky writing is that? The dreamer may be being driven to new heights before he or she is ready, or perhaps the dreamer is finally lifting himself or herself out of a rut. That's fucking absolutely worthless. Auto. There's this guy I sort of knew. Well, I didn't really know him, but he used to say photo, and I was just like, fuck this guy. He's never gonna be in my life. See car. See, I try to go fancy. Photo. Where's the car? Captain. Car. Cars have tremendous potential for use of dream symbolism. Dreams great. Unless a car is towed or moved on its own. Movement means it is driven. Driving too fast can symbolize driving fast, driving without knowing. Driving the car of someone you know, driving in reverse. Details about control of the car show control or lack of it. Driving off a ledge is a popular metaphor for taking a big dive in your life. Driving a rental car. Lack of movement. Colliding with another car. Here we go. What's this? A ghost of someone behind the wheel or in the car can symbolize being haunted by the past. Colliding with another car can symbolize a run in with another person. Your paths, personalities, values, or priorities collide or conflict. The severity of the run in is symbolism for the severity of the situation. For example, bumping into the car driven by a coworker can symbolize that your schedules conflict. How the fuck would that? But colliding head on at high speed implies a major conflict. Crashing a car is classic symbolism for suffering, a big setback, or coming to a sudden end. You can't get to where you want to go in life. See crash. Brakes are connected with bringing something to a halt. A woman dreams about driving 100 miles per hour toward a wall and slamming on the brakes, but they don't work. Her boyfriend in the passenger seat pulls the emergency brake. What does it say? Crash? I did hear U2's, what's that song called? Crash Your Car. Daddy's gonna pay for your crash car. I heard that twice in the last week, which is odd because I've never heard it on the radio before. God damn, where's Crash? Where is it? Crow. Be great if I started dreaming of crows. Crack House. That's right across the street where that cat's lying in the gutter. It can induce a sudden. It can indicate a sudden crisis or drop in energy or enthusiasm. Crashes are associated with taking risks and being reckless. Do you cause the crash or witness it? That detail can make a big difference. Yeah, I was at fault. I drove in front of her. A big difference to the meaning. Causing a crash means you are the likely source of whatever the crash symbolizes. Witnessing a crash. Witnessing a crash can mean you've observed something that didn't directly involve you. For example, you hear that a neighbor is arrested for a serious crime and dream about a car crash in that part of the neighborhood. Look at details of the crash for clues to its meaning. I told you the meaning. When the four daughters, who are like 5 to probably 11 years old, were walking around, not in a daze, but they were just like walking around the scene, which was more like a tornado than a car crash. And then I said, "Who was driving? Were you in the crash?" And they said, "Yes," like little automatons. And I said, "Who was driving?" And they said, "Our mom." And I said, "Where is she?" And then they lifted up a mattress in the road, and there she was. She wasn't dead, but she was there. And I picked her up, and she wasn't. I don't think she was seriously injured, but she was knocked out. So I picked her up and carried her off, and that was it. What a weird dream. Watch out for crash dreams that recur. It's a sign of something habitually going wrong in your life or a wanting of what could happen. When interpreting a crash, begin with the symbolism of the vehicle and cross reference it with the symbolism of a crash. What else? The four daughters represent the seasons and or directions. Could be. It's a good why would they all be young though? They were all young. They may have been, like I said, it seemed like they were all like 5 to like 11. So they were basically toddlers to tweens, which is strange. What if I see girls? But they weren't really, they just led me to the woman in the street, which was odd that she was under a mattress. Like it was a tornado blew through, and then, of course, something else could have been going on, but that's all I remember of the dream. They represent youth, obviously. Youth and the seasons. This book ain't gonna tell me shit. I can tell that already. Paula, Sweet Dreams. Love Bob and Donna. I mean, could have gotten more clip art on there. Or Innocence. Then Who's the Woman Under the Mattress? Pig, fish, bug, dog. Cars, 80. Or that's cats. Cars, 27 to 28. Cancer. About automobile. Nope. 27, 28. As I said, I doubt this will tell me anything, but 27 and 28. Vehicle, car, truck. Dreams that occur in a vehicle, such as a car or truck, are about your path in life. Notice in these dreams who is driving. I was driving. Is someone else driving? No. This may mean you feel you are currently allowing someone else to control your path. If you're driving, how's it going? Not so good. Not so good. Do your brakes work? Yeah, they're great. Do you feel in control or out of control? I didn't really feel anything. I just drove in front of this lady. The answers to these questions offer clues to how you feel about your path. For example, if your brakes fail or you're crashing into things, you may feel like you don't have a lot of control of your life path right now. And that's it. All right. The Illustrated Dream Dictionary. Oh no. Gets into a bathrobe. A seesaw. Oh, there's bees. Babies. Cause. Castrating. Again, why are there so many castration ones? It's weird too because I watched the video earlier that just randomly popped up and it was about Norm Macdonald talking about who is the cult that we're gonna fucking be picked up on a spaceship when the Hell Bop was going. And he said that they castrated themselves, which was kind of weird because now I keep seeing castration. Car, see also driving. Buy one and you're about to get an unsavory. This must be a British book. It spells unsavory. Reputation for something. Do you really have to do it? Sell a car and you could owe someone money. Driving. Convict. Trapdoor. I think we're at door. Driving. Drink beer. I am. Thank you. What else? A car accident is a warning not to travel more than necessary for a while. But any kind of crash heralds a big achievement. The bigger the crash, the more you'll achieve. What the fuck kind of logic is that? Hey, if you get killed, then you're gonna become the savior, buddy. The bigger the crash, the better your achievement. That's great. It's good to know. All about dreams. Everything you need to know about why we have them, what they mean, and how to put them to work for you. Sounds like we got a train coming. Or is that just a hot rodder? Cars. John Kelvin. Don't worry, buddy. We'll figure it out together. Come on, book. Karis, Castle, Car Dreams. They're there. I follow a Heaven's Gate guy on YouTube who didn't kill himself. He's still a believer. Did he castrate himself? What do you say? Describe the car in your dream. Drugs, cigarettes, and alcohol. Personality car. Let my wife fix the car. Car dreams are very common. That's funny. Asked what in his life was like the broken down car. What in his life was like the broken down car? Personality car. What do you say? I asked Alyssa to describe the car. I just want a car crash. I dreamt I was driving a wonderful sports car. I was having so much fun. It was exhilarating. I don't think there's going to be any car crash in here. All right. These books are fucking worthless. Nostradamus. One day I'll get into you, Nostradamus. A man named Histler. Remember those old fucking shows? What were those on? Like the History Channel? Or the Religious Channel? And Histler was the dream. Get up here. Fucking Nostradamus. It's all this bastard book right here. Get out of my life, please. This is where that spider is going to attack me. The fuck is this? That's just the fact that I probably pulled it out of a trash can. Alright. Aerate. God damn it, it's warm up here today. Fucking gets into the 70s one day and it's hot as fuck. There we go. This is going to be the book. Solid Gold Dream Book. Whoa, something just flew down. That's sad. Hey, buddy, are you castrated? Oh, so I guess, can you castrate a woman? Is that the same thing? Or is that technically not castration? Oh. This fucking puzzle's gotta go. Solid Gold Dream Book. I think the mother-daughter mattress situation is the real question. What's the answer? Carbonated water. I fucking dreamt of carbonated water. Strong drink will be offered by a friend. That's kind of stupid. Hey, buddy, have a fucking stiff drink. Coop. Nothing about crash. Maybe accident. Well, I guess you did say guy, not a daughter. That was part of the dream. Accident. Nothing. It's weird, too, that in the Ellie McCullough diary that she's having ear problems, and my right ear has been blocked up for like 2 weeks. Maybe I have, what's that called? Tuberculosis. No, I just have broken ribs. Car crash. Casket. Cashmere. Who the hell makes the font in a book this small? Car wash. Carve any form. Carry over. Carpeting. Carp. Carol. Carib. Caricature. Care. Card. Alright. To be honked at. Car wash. Sports car. To run out of gas in any other form. Caramel. To honk at someone. God damn. To see a junk car. To see yourself or anyone else. Sleeping or resting in a car. No. To polish a car. Box car. Police car. To dismantle or start a car. Oh my god, there's so many fucking car options. Cape Cod. To hit or run over someone. To be run over or hit. You will fall in love with a younger person This will be a happy union if you choose to pursue this. That's curious. Some people say that every character in your dream is an aspect of yourself. 10,000 dreams interpreted. Hey, look. Cars. To dream of seeing cars, to get in one, to miss one, to get out of one, to dream of sleeping cars, to see streetcars, to stand on the platform if the platform is high. Automobile or an accident. How the fuck does that make sense? If someone crashes into you, you will meet a younger person and fall in love. What's the science behind that? Nothing for accident. My friend died in a car accident in Cape Cod. What? Cabbage. Dreamt the fucking cabbage. Cap. No cap. To dream of cars always refers to journeys and many changes. To dream that you have missed a ride by car and are upset over it denotes that you would be prevented and promoting your business. Accident. Abortion. No accident. Oh, there it is. To dream of such a misfortune is a warning to avoid any form of travel. That's the same as that other book said, which was probably written by the same person. More meanings of your dreams. Accident. Funny that I have 7,000 books, but I never dream of books ever. Or very rarely. Carrots. The dream of carrots foretells of happiness in a romantic relationship. I think this is just mostly bullshit. Automobile. Auto. Authority. Nothing. Well, looks like we got about 7 more books, maybe 10 more books to go. What's this say? The search for a soul. This is the fucker that's menacing me up here. Get up here before that spider bites me. Dreams. I think we need to explore your feeling about mothers and women in general, do we? Got no beef with mothers or children. Car. Being alone in a vehicle. Being overtaken to dream of reversing a car. A crashing vehicle suggests fear of failure in life. Start painting. Make that dream count. Dreamer size. I don't think this is one of those kind of books. This just tells you how to dream. No, it gives you a little glossary. Followers, evening, earthquake. Castrate again, that's motherfuckers. Get away from me with that fucking bad juju. Hey, you're gonna get castrated. Cancer. Car, often your body or your way of moving through life, approaching situations, although it can also represent someone else. Consider the make of a car. I do not recall the cars. Although I do believe that person was in an SUV and I was in a car. Don't forget the goddess Kar or Kor, the maiden Persephone. What? Could it all be about females, just like the cat was? A mother wound? The fuck is a mother wound? Don't forget the goddess Kar or Kor, the maiden Persephone, after whom Chartres was named. See Kor. It's also possible that dreams mean nothing, but I think they do. Kor. I'm looking up Kor. Because the Persephone fucking reference is ridiculous. But then again, the cat dream was too. What was the cat dream even about? I don't even remember the cat dream anymore. Persephone. The core of something can represent your creative foundation, the seeds of the future. Core of fruit. Getting at the core of anything or revealing the core refers to the center. The self, the Greek goddess Kor, means maiden, and in its cultural variations, Karakur in Egypt. It's funny because my nephews are, what's the polite word to say for they think they're black even though they're white? One of them said Kur. I think they all said Kur. Maybe they meant Persephone. I just didn't understand their ghetto lingo. Karna in Rome has come to represent the feminine creative spirit of the universe, the Earth Mother. The Virgin Mother in Greek mythology, Kor is another name for Persephone. Hence, you need to ask how this myth is active in your life. Didn't I read about Persephone like a month ago? What book was that? Oh, yeah. It was that book about, what the fuck is that book? I started it, but I just couldn't read it because it was so bad. Where she started the history of, the fuck was it? The history of, was it the history of feminism? And she started it with fucking mythology. I'm just like, mythology ain't history, buddy. Although, while I was listening to some religious tapes, they said that Hades existed too. And this was like a renowned preacher. So, I mean, what the fuck does that mean? Hades is real. I mean, dreams, your magic mirror with interpretations of Edgar Casey. Insight through signs and messages. Cores. Persephone's is on to me. Camel. What if you dream of camel toe? Carriage, horse, carpet. Automobile, there we go. That's way too many pages. 23, 72, 75. She is in the underworld, like under a mattress. And if it's a pissed up mattress, then it would be the ocean. The fairy. Who was Persephone's daughter? Demeter? Or is that the guy that fucking kept... I don't know. Auto. 23, 72, 75. If it doesn't have a message within those first pages, I'm done. In a similar precognitive warning experience in 1965, I dreamed my godson had been killed in an automobile accident involving other teenagers. I told him about it and exacted his promise that he would pray for protection every time he got into a car, no matter who was driving. A month later, he and his girlfriend were passengers in a car driven by a friend. They were involved in a minor accident on the Hollywood freeway. While the owner of the car was fetching flares out of the trunk, my godson had a sense of immediate danger. Seizing his date by the hand, he ran with her to safety. About 2 seconds later, a speeding car crashed into the other boy and smashed his car. An 11-car pileup resulted, sending 5 people to the hospital. His friend lost his leg, but my godson escaped injury. Didn't Bobby in that song Pepper by the Butthole Surfers lose a leg? Or he was dancing with the train, wasn't he? 72. Casey, in emblematical way and manner, we find lessons given to this body. I dreamed my mother told me I should warn Aunt Ellen against an accident between an automobile and a streetcar. My mother then became ill. Casey, this is a warning. Tell Aunt Helen about it. If she observes the warning and stays out of automobiles and streetcars until the waning of the moon, it will not happen. Warn her then, for this is a direct communication from one in the spiritual plane to one in the physical plane. And I'll be honest, when I woke up, I think the night I had the car dream, I saw that motherfucking moon right through the crack of the curtains. So maybe it's just a bad old moon. Has got me in its sway, bruv. Who's the prick that took Demeter? Was it not Poseidon? Who's the fucker in the underworld? Is that Mars or what's his name? Mars. Weird stuff. What's Persephone syndrome? Church. Places and scenes. The scene of a car accident. Bathing, adultery. I hate when they do these fucking different... Eating, dying, death. Driving. One who dreams of himself as driving a car or other vehicle is revealing at least a degree of belief in his own qualities of mastery and independence. He may not drive well, but at least he is driving instead of being driven to a destination chosen by another. If he drives skillfully and in the right direction, the indications are that he is healthily self-confident. If he drives so badly as to have a collision, the suggestion is that he does not have his own impulses under sufficient control and is afraid that these drives are going to get out of hand. The worse the collision, the greater his fear of being overwhelmed by these motherfucking wild impulses. Sometimes, if speed is the cause of the crash, it may mean that the dream driver is aware of the dangers inherent in his habit of making hasty decisions. The driver is frustrated at every turn. Blah, blah, blah. Drinking. Adultery. See if that cat's still out there. If it's a cat, he's still out there. Looks like he's sleeping on the curbside. Or he's dead. I'm not going out there. That's the crack house. Even though it's not a crack house, they're just crackheads that live in the house. The house itself is a nice Victorian, but you got fucking losers living in it for some reason. Hey, we turned a nice Victorian house into an apartment. Great plan, buddy. It's a great fucking plan. In your dreams, falling, flying, and other dream themes. A mental disorder involving mothers and daughter. Driving my wife's car, the Ferrari in the garage. Linda's heap. Cars you drive variations. Sample dreams, the high chromed car. Driving my wife's car. The stolen car, my driving wife. What of us have unsafe at any speed? Squatters move in. This guy's got a lot of car stuff. Let's see if there's car accidents. Cars driven by others, malfunctioning cars, 254. Abused, aging dreams, 254. And 257. Malfunctioning cars, what others have said. Let my wife fix the car. Freudians often interpret difficulty in getting the car started or keeping it from stalling. Slash tires. Oh no. Hot rodder. He's out. That's not a hot rodder, just a pickup truck with a loud fucking exhaust. Personality car. Why is there so much about cars, but no accidents? No chocolate sauce. What's my dream mean? Dream mean. The Bedside Dream Dictionary. Alcohol. Armor. Arrow. Axe. Avalanche. Blindness. Cave cat. Castle. Carnival car. The car in your dreams may symbolize the physical self or ego development and ego function. In that, it represents the way that you travel through your life's journey. Recurring car dreams usually deal with life's major themes that may include issues of control and sensibility. By carefully examining this dream, you may gain insight into important areas of life, including how well you are navigating from one stage of your life to another. If you are assertive and take charge or are passive, dreaming about traveling in a car is a very, very common dream theme that provides valuable information in regard to a specific car. No, I don't think so. I don't know how anybody who thinks that time goes by fast has never worked a fucking job. Some days literally last fucking weeks. And personally, I feel like I've been alive like 1,000 years. And people say, that's reincarnation. No. This whole thing where life flies by fast is just because people are fucking in denial. Candy, canopy, cards, cardinal. Cause, to dream of seeing cars, to get one shows, to miss one foretells, to dream of sleeping cars, to see a streetcar. Who the fuck sees a streetcar in a dream anymore? What's this, 1920? A streetcar? What are you fucking talking about? I guess I gotta go to automobile. This guy's in the fucking Victorian era. Time is not slipping away. Time is fucking automobile. To dream that you ride in an automobile. One breaks down to find yourself escaping from the path of one and signifies that you will do well to avoid some rival as much as you can honestly allow. For a young woman to look for one, she will be disappointed in her aim. About accident. Accident. To dream of an accident is a warning to avoid any mode of travel. This is the same one that came from the other fucking book. Get out of my fucking life. Dream interpretation of biblical understanding. Here we go. I don't think this one's going to talk about cars. Unless Jesus fucking... Jesus did drive a Chrysler, didn't he? Or Jesus Chrysler drove a Dodge. That's how it goes. These little books may be the key. God damn. Down to the last 6 books. So far, crab. Cattle. Carving, cartoon, cart. Carry, carrots. Carpet. Carousel car. You can forget about great luxury, but modest comfort will surely be yours. If your dream featured a railroad. What? Automobile. The meaning of a dream involving a motor car depends very much on its aspect. If the car was merely a means of transport, it has in itself no particular significance, and other details of the dream should be carefully considered. However, if the car was speeding, you can expect some sudden news. If the engine lost power or stalled, or you ran out of gas, you could be embarrassed. Okay. Did I look up car already in this one? Coconuts. Listen, if I ever fucking dream of a coconut, that's the end of me. Watch tonight, I will dream. The complete dream book. Look how serene she is. There's the chooch. Cards. Car. Cap. No cap. Carpets, carts, carrots. That fucking carrot is back again. Or is this one of those segmented ones that give you dead folks? It's like a harlot. Come on, man. Carpet, cart, cars, 232. Chew, chew. Cars. See, also motor cars. Not the streetcar again. To dream of going to bed in a sleeping car. Alright, we gotta look up motor car because this is fucking Victorian era. What's this? God's simple plan of salvation. Who's this by? Lifegate, Box 891, Indianapolis. Holy Bible. Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Motor car. Nag, nagging. Motor. Money. Mother. Motor car. 9, 121, 199. 9. Number 9. 9. For example, if you dream of machinery, caraway seeds. I mean, what the fuck? Tell you what, though, when I went to plant my flowers today, just buy those Dollar Tree seeds, this fucking guy who lives behind me, he always puts his little lawn chair out when it's warm out and faces my house and looks. I'm just like, why? As soon as he saw I was out there, he came out. And as soon as I saw him, I left. Like, this fucking guy is not ruining my seed planting. The significance in riding a motor car depends largely upon the attendant circumstances. Nothing. What was the other one? 129. It's your last chance to redeem yourself, book. I may throw this motherfucker right in the fire. No. Definitely not 129. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Indiana loves their Jesus. Thing I don't get is why so many people are offended by the fact that people like that. Like, what do you give a fuck? If you don't believe in it, why does it offend you? I'm not looking up this book again. Go to sleep, bitch. Dreams. A little course in dreams. Jungian dream work. This one I don't think is categorized. It's just dreams. Alchemy is exercise. Spirit and dream animals. That's right, I did look up cats. I just don't remember what the cat dream was. What the fuck happened in that dream? Do I have to go back and watch my own video to see what I wrote or talked about? What was the cat doing in my dream? I have no recollection of it anymore. What was the kitten doing? I don't know. I can't remember what the cat was doing. Shape-shifting. Isis. Caduceus. Camel. Cancer. Cat. Ashurbanipal. Ashurbanipal. Banipal. Last chance here. Dreamer's Companion. Actually, there's 2 more books. Let's say Labarge. Antediluvian. Character dreams. What some other people said. This ain't gonna help. Does it say Peikoff? No, Polikoff. A little bit of dreams. A little bit of your dreams, bruv. Almost at 1 hour, and I fucking accomplished nothing here. Characters and dreams, advanced analysis. Alright, I got no answers. Dreams. What was the cat dream? mothers and daughters. Mark cards and loaded. What else am I going to look for? Oh. I should start doing this goddamn puzzle. This puzzle's way too hard. And that's why it's going away. You're going back in your box, motherfucker. Tired of your bullshit. Fucker. Damn, that's dusty. Goodbye, bee puzzle. Let's see if I can find that fucking book. Oh. What do you got? Oh, shit. Oh shit. She fucking left, but if you come back, she gave birth to 4 girls. You may be right. The world's first children were unremarkably happy. To amuse their mother, with whom they were all passionately in love, they invented language, music, laughter, and many more useful and boisterous activities. One morning, Persephone menstruated. That afternoon, Demeter's daughters gathered flowers to celebrate the loveliness of the event. A chariot thundered, then clattered into their midst. It was Hades, the middle-aged god of death, come to rape Persephone, come to carry her off to be his queen, to sit behind him in the realm of non being, below the earth, come to commit the first act of violence Earth's children had ever known. Afterward, the three sisters agreed that he was old enough to be Persephone's father. Perhaps he was. Who else could he be? There were no known male parents, and thus they each discovered that in shame and sorrow, childhood ends and that nothing remains the same. Persephone's sisters came home without her. Demeter raged and wept. Her bones seemed to shrink, her cheeks became wrinkled. She bound up her hair and turned wanderer, but could not find her eldest daughter anywhere on earth. Finally, the sun spoke and told Demeter what had happened, that her daughter was married and a queen. He counseled her. He counseled her, why mourn the natural fate of daughters? To leave their mother's home, to lose their virginity, to marry, and to give birth to children. Demeter was grieved beyond and before reasoning, remembering an oracle's prophecy of a splitting, a scattering, and an exile. She said to the sun, yea, if that be the natural fate of daughters, let all mankind perish. Let there be no crops, no grain, no corn, if this maiden is not returned to me. Because Demeter was a powerful goddess, her wishes were commands, and Persephone returned. Persephone still had to visit her husband once each year in winter when no crops could grow, but her union with him remained a barren one. Persephone was childless, neither husband nor child. No stranger would ever claim her as his own. Persephone belonged to her mother. That was Demeter's gift to herself. In those days, goddesses were still able to perform the miracle of not choosing. They were both virgins and mothers, mortal and immortal, forever the same and forever changing. Madness. Why madness? All right, I guess that's it. She ain't coming back to discuss this matter. Foolishly so, because that was going to be a good topic.